Aberdeen will take on Scone, the undefeated Scone first grade side in the first grade clash of the Bengalla Group 21 competition. Steve Reynolds in commentary. Joining me today is, of course, the man that's been there a number of times beside me, Marcus Bauer. Hello, Marcus.
Hi, Stephen. Great to be here.
I'm glad you are glad to be here. I'm excited about this. I'm going to be leaning on you a lot. Let's just say that.
That's right. It sets up for a great clash here this afternoon. Aberdeen versus Scone. Scone's been flying along at the top of the competition so far this season, but Aberdeen have a strong side in this afternoon. It should be a great clash.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be one of the best clashes that we've had so far. So, Aberdeen to have a full-strength side is a bloody big bonus.
For sure. The inclusion of Daniel Hoogerworth in there this afternoon makes a massive difference to the Aberdeen side. And Steve Hinchin, one we didn't mention earlier, back in the side. He's been a great stalwart for the Aberdeen club, and he'll do a great job for them this afternoon.
Also joining us in commentary, of course, is the main man himself, Josh Day. Mate, made the travel all the way up here. How are you feeling? You're pumped for today, aren't you?
Boys, how are we?
Yeah.
Cannot wait, actually. It's going to be a really good game. It's just got that feel for a really good game. You know, a lot of people here, good atmosphere, weather's great, and it should be a cracker.
I'm excited, and down on the sideline, we've got our man from 2NM, Pete Holland. How are you, Pete? What's it like down there?
Boys, a little bit blowy down here, but the sun's shining bright. Good little crowd has built here at McKinnon for this afternoon's clash. As you say, Aberdeen almost at a full strength for the first time this year. I reckon they can stage an upset.
Well, you keep us posted down there on the sideline. By the way, we've just turned the heater off up here for you, so we'll suffer the same.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
No, we haven't actually. But it's just about to get underway. We're just waiting for the teams to take the field at the moment. We'll go through the sides as they've now had changes. For Scone, at fullback, Freddie Adams. On the wings, Tim Smith and Ronan Haddon. The centres, JJ Apthorpe and Joel Harrison. The 5'8" is Gary McKean. Jake Watts at halfback. Tom Hagan and Mick Radford in the front row. Isaac Austin and Tommy Pickersgill in the second row. And Dan Ritter at lock. Ryan Hawkshaw, Jake Collison, John Johnson and Nick Watson make up the bench. As we saw there, no Topless to start today's match. He's out. So Thomas Pickersgill's gone into the second row and moved JJ Apthorpe into the centres.
Yeah, big loss there for Hayden Topless. Lucky the Scone depth this season's been one of the best, and I think they'll cover that quite well.
Well, for Aberdeen, the fullback, they've got Huey Bartholomew. On the wings, Harry Douglas and Jesse McLean. The centres are Hamish Wolfgang, Hayden Bell, and the 5'8", Dylan Porter. While the man himself, Benko's MVP at the moment, Foz is number 7. Marcus Marsh and Cam Savage in the front row. 9 is Hoogs, Daniel Hoogerworth returning from injury. The second row is Tyler Prince Campbell and Travis Bateman. The lock is Steve Hinchin with Jason Hovey in 15 and Taylor Pryor in 16. 14 and 17 yet to be named, but I am being told that Shane Hasselman, as we were hoping, but he won't be putting on the boots, unfortunately, today. So would have been a great sight to see the captain coach get out there. He's taken over midway through the season from Ben Baker, so we'll wait and see what happens there. But I'm just actually getting some changes made to my sheet up here by the team manager, Pete. So don't look at that team sheet just yet, because we've got some Aberdeen changes as well.
Mate, look, I tell you what it's going to come down to today, changes or not. If the back three, the fullback and the wingers can't get onto the ball and gauge where the wind is going to take it to, you're going to really struggle. The big fellas up front, I'm really looking forward to the clash there.
Yeah.
One thing I'm looking forward to this afternoon, we haven't even mentioned him in the pre-game, he's been the class player of the competition, is Adams Clydesdale. The clash between him and Daniel Hoogerworth this afternoon is going to be one to watch.
Most definitely. I'm really look, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a cracking match either way. No matter the result, I think we're in for some purling football. We've got all the facilities here at the moment. We've got the advantage of having a mini screen here so as we can see right into the action. Actually, I don't know what I've just done then, boys, but we lost it. So, rookie error there from me. I'm not too sure. I can hear something happening over there on the camera too. Something happening there, Ben? Just hearing a lot of noise coming out from over there. So the game gets underway. Is it clear through your headphones, Ben? Yeah, well, we're underway anyway here for the Aberdeen versus Scone clash. Aberdeen with the ball, running away from the highway end. They've scooped from dummy half by Hoogerworth, and straight away, first penalty for inside. Marker's not straight, says Nick Martin. Got to get him plugged in too. We've got him wide up for today. Foz will kick for the sideline. He makes it just over the halfway line. Excuse me, boys, a moment while I fiddle this around. Marcus, take it away.
Dylan Porter into Tyler Prince Campbell there, taking the first hit up. Liam Foran looking to stamp his authority early. The big guys, Cameron Savage and Marcus Marsh. He goes Cameron Savage, taking it forward into Michael Radford and Tom Pickerskill. Great run there. Slow play of the ball. Nick Martin, we're looking for a penalty. On to Travi Bateman on that edge. Great run there by Travi. Liam Foran. On to Steve Hinchin.
When he comes through, he's going to blast our ears off.
Come on, fellas. Hold. Go for
soon. And we can hear him coming through slightly now. But Aberdeen with the ball out to Huey McKinnon. That's a too big of a drop. A grubber there. Huey.
Go on, Dad. Out of the 20.
Grubber, actually. So
a bit of a brain fade there by Huey Bartholomew. They would have been just...
Watch out, that ball comes back. One pass.
Oh, there, I told you he'd blast us when he came through. So we'll keep him turned down for the time being. Guys. How are we going to stop him talking? There we go. We'll try that one. But anyway, we're back into it now. It's going... Oh, come on, give it a rest. How can I mute him?
Thomas Pickersgill takes it forward for the Scone side.
We cannot put up with that all day, so I'm going to try and fix that, boys, for a moment. Anyway.
Scone guys there blowing up for a penalty from Adam Clydesdale, trying to catch the markers out.
We're going to have the referee coming through until half-time at least. So Isaac Austin's with the ball. He's busted through one, he's busted through two, and he's... plays the ball back to number 9, which is Adam Clydesdale. Adam Clydesdale. I can't put up with that, boys. I'm just going to turn that off for now. Get him out of there. So there we go. I can't hear myself think.
Oh, great ball by JJ Apthorpe in the right edge.
As now we have JJ playing. Sorry, who's that with the ball? Joel Harrison, I think. Is it? No. Anyway, it's Clydesdale. No, it's number 3. He's going down the sideline. He puts in a grubber inside. It's going to be collected. No, well dived on there by Aberdeen. Number 3, JJ Apthorpe with the ball.
JJ's one of the class footballers in the group. He's been a great centre back rower. Even played 5'8" for a number of years for the Scone side. He's a really great footballer. He looked very dangerous there early.
Yeah.
A positive start though by Aberdeen. I thought their first set was very effective. They've got to complete though. There's those fifth tackle options. You know, the kick's got to be on point. That kick from Huey wasn't good enough.
I'll go second on that one. That was too deep. I think he didn't have expected it on the front foot. Scone win the scrum feed here. Comes out to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams drifts across field. He hasn't got the ball free. His arm free. So Dylan Porter's wrestling with him, puts him to ground. Played back to Watts. Watts on to number 11, Isaac Austin, who's running down this left-hand fringe. Makes it to just shy of the try line. It's wrapped up there cleanly. Clydesdale's in dummy half looking both ways. He goes to Gary McKean. Gary McKean goes across dummies and gives it inside to Daniel Ritter, who's cleaned up by Marcus Marsh and Cam Savage centre field. Now we go to the right-hand side out to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams flat-footed, nothing to do, and is tied up and well handled there by Hamish Wolfgang. Let's see if we go. Clydesdale jumps from dummy half. He gives a flat ball to Ritter. Ritter at the try line. That was great defence by Aberdeen. Can't see who that is, but they're just short of the try line. It's the last tackle. They've got numbers to the left, Aberdeen. They've got a flat ball to Bradford. It was not on, and it's going to be a scrum feed to Aberdeen.
Yeah, I beg to differ there, Stephen. It opened right up. He had a great look there, Michael Radford, and I think the opportunity let go on there by the Scone side.
Yeah, look, it could have been on, and it was very much a great opportunity for them, but they didn't capitalise it, but they had the numbers out there. Marcus Marsh rucks it out to the 20-metre line. Going down that left-hand corridor of their left-hand attack, Aberdeen at the moment, some solid defence there. I believe that's Travis Bateman playing the ball. As he goes, Liam Foran, he said on the couch here the other day that he's taken it forward. He's taken a step with leadership sensibly, and that's a well-deserved penalty. We've very rarely seen many of those leg pull penalties go against Aberdeen, Scone lately.
That's what Liam Foran's been doing great for Aberdeen all year, getting them on the front foot and gets a penalty at the back end of that. It's a great advantage for Aberdeen.
I think about Aberdeen as well, they seem very organised. I think with their options, they could need to play away from that middle of that ruck. You know, blokes like your 2 front rowers, your Hagans, those type of boys, you know, they're going to be very hard to dominate. You know, just playing 1 or 2 out, which I think they've got a game plan for, I think it's going to help win.
That's Travis Bateman there, number 15, taking the ball forward. He's been taken down, getting up very slowly. He's
I'd like to check on him. I think he's taken a bit of a head knock there. And
yeah, definitely. His leg was wobbly. The back of his head's hit the ground with quite an impact. And he looks gingerly, but if you can't see it at home, what he's done is got up and rolled the ball between his legs and wobbled around. just a player trying to do his best for the team, as I can see the cameraman trying to get his equipment right there at the moment. As we zoom in onto the scrum, unfortunately we did have the referee mic'd up, but we can't adjust his level, so we won't be having him come through for the whole commentary. As the ball comes right at the back of the scrum, it's knocked on by Gary McKinnon. It's shot out the back, and he's tried to collect it. It's knocked on. Aberdeen will have another scrum facing their dressing sheds 10 metres out.
Steve, what we've seen so far from down here at ground level is the forwards for Aberdeen are really punching through the line a little bit there, getting some good yardage, especially out of their own end. A good tackle there, unfortunately saw the ball rolled back. But yeah, definitely his head did hit the ground and probably will need a bit of a spell. But the gods there shining on them, and a knock on there from Scone, and now Aberdeen attacking the line.
And here's forward, centre of the field, right in front of the post, 10 metres out. Hugerworth's in dummy half. He has Porter to his right. He goes to him, brings the Prince Campbell underneath, and he's met by solid defence there by Radford and Ritter. Into dummy half goes Hoogs. He jumps out. Long ball to Travis Bateman. Travis Bateman straight over the field. What a try. Superman-like from 2 metres out, straight over the try, and that opens the try line on the A-plus contracting score line on the A-plus contracting scoreboard. Aberdeen 4, Scone 0, kick to come right in front. What do you think of that ball?
Unreal. We spoke in the pre-game about the importance of Hugerworth coming back today, and he's already stamped his authority as well. But also just playing off the back of those tough carries from, not the forwards, but from Foz, from Liam Foran. It's really just playing off the back of that. Also saying that, those a little bit of luck on Aberdeen's side today, but, they'll take it, and they've taken it with two hands.
Trevor Bateman's been a great workhorse for the Aberdeen side, and once again he stood up there. He took a bit of a head knock, but he come back again and pushed right into that hole well for Daniel Hugerworth, and it was great to see from Travis there.
They couldn't have stopped Travis Bateman from that close to the try line at full speed, could they, Pete?
Nah, mate, he was too big, too quick for him, and I think they got about one step off the line before he was flying through the air like Superman, as you said.
Pete, you're down near the Aberdeen crew there, mate. What's the feel like down there?
Mate, they're feeling confident that they can do this one today. They're full of smiles, plenty of chatter on the bench and out on the field as well. Scone, on the other hand, a little bit quieter. Their bench were very upset with the drop ball down near their line, which could have seen the score the other way.
Characteristic, like, too, of Gary McKinnon, of course, at the base of the scrum there. But that ball did shoot out on an awkward bounce. Here we go with the kickoff from Jake Watts. Huey Bartholomew stops it. Well, that was nearly a boggle, but it's been led to play on, and here's Cameron Savage bringing it out. He's been met by a wall of defence and driven back, being Radford and Clydesdale. Here we are. Marcus Marsh takes it to the centre of the field, straight into Pickersgill, who makes the tackle. He's on all fours. He's trying to get a quick play of the ball. Foz into dummy half. Picks up Hamish Wolfgang coming down this right-hand side of the field of their attack on the western side. Hugerworth off to Marsh again. His second hit up in this set, and he's gone straight into number 12. Thomas Pickersgill again, and I can't see Daniel Ritter. As he goes forward, he wants it out of here. He's punched it low. That's the better kicking options that we want to see, but it's going to have too much on it, and it's going to be a 7-set repeat set for 7-set tackle for Scone Thoroughbred coming out of their own end. That ball just rolled and kept rolling. That was that 70-metre drop kick you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it was kicked in the wind there pretty well. It's a hard playing service here this afternoon, so kicking game will become very important. I look for Liam Foran for an early 40-20 here.
Do you think the optional restart would be an ideal time in this game for Foz to be putting it downfield, Marcus?
Yeah, I reckon he'll look for it back in the half for 40-20 back to the eastern side there, and it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Well, plenty of offloads. The Scone defence, Aberdeen defence has weighted back, but Thomas Hagen's been tackled 40 metres out by Travis Bateman. As he goes, Gary McKinnon across field brings underneath Pickersgill. Pickersgill's palmed off 1, 2. He's down over. He's nearly at their other opposition's 40-metre line. Clydesdale looking for options at dummy half. He picks up Daniel Ritter. Daniel Ritter runs across, offloads one-handed to, I think that's Jake Watts, is it? Whoever it is, it's twisted around. Jake Watts plays it back to Adam Clydesdale. Out to Isaac Austin. Isaac Austin standing there. He's trying to get the ball away. He does. He gets it to Clydesdale. Well, here comes trouble. Clydesdale's been wrapped up, but he gives an offload inside to Jake Watts, who's being monkeyed by Cam Savage there at the moment. As they play the ball back, come down this short corridor, Freddie Adams with the grubber kick down towards Jesse McLean. Jesse McLean cleans up. Can he get out of the goal area? He's going to be trying his best, but he can't get there. 3 Scone defenders. Great chase, notably by Joel Harrison.
Smart move there by Scone to come down the blind side. They had the numbers on the play before, but turned it back inside. they still had one man standing right out on the touchline, which Aberdeen I don't think had picked up.
The second phase play there from the Scone side really tested the Aberdeen defence there and caught a few of those guys napping. I think that must be a game plan, looking to get repeat tackles there and make Scone get their efforts up.
As here goes the drop kick. It's made it down to the 50 on the full. Gary McKeon's offloaded it to the front rower, Tom Hagan, who runs flat out and hard straight into number 4, Hayden Bell. Hayden Bell's had a cracking season since he come back to Aberdeen. And Hincho was in there as well. As here comes a flying Radford. Mick Radford has just gone straight over the top of Hoogs, which is not an easy task. As he goes Clydesdale from dummy half to Watts. Returns back under number 4, JJ Apthorpe. Joel Harrison, sorry. Oh, there's a penalty again in the play of the ball, not getting up. Hand on the ball. What do you do here? Josh Day.
It seems the momentum starting to change, and we spoke about in the pre-game, the importance of really keeping up on it in Scone's face. They're really flat at the moment, Aberdeen. It just looks like the floodgates about to open, unfortunately.
As he goes, Clydesdale from dummy half. He's made a scoot. He's going to get close to the try line. He's cut down short. Great vision for him to scoot out of dummy half there. The markers weren't watching. Halfback Watts at dummy half. Out to Gary McKeon. Gary McKeon tries to straighten up towards the goal post, and he's wrapped up there by Marcus Marsh. Into dummy half is Clydesdale. Clydesdale spins it out the back to Watts. Watts onto Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams palms off one. Tries to get an offload, but he's trapped there by Travis Bateman and spun into the ground. That did end up ending awkwardly. Freddie Adams, Travis has given him a swing and he's landed on the tip of his shoulder. So that'll be another penalty, another set of 6. Here we go with Thomas Pickersgill. Sorry, Thomas Pickersgill. I'm going to have to get used to saying that, taking it up. He's very short of the try line. Plays it back to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams out to Gary McKeon. He takes the line on. He's not broken through the line. He's tackled right where he stepped. The ball being played back to Clydesdale. Clydesdale jumps to the right, gives it to Pickersgill, and he's over. Simple as that. I thought they might have been looking for a forward pass there at one point, but it was just that easy. He's jumped from dummy half. Everyone was looking for him to come to the Scone's left-hand side, and Clydesdale just clasped, and Pickersgill pretty much mirror image what Travis Bateman did down the other end.
Just have a look at the body language of Aberdeen at the moment. They're still up 6-4 at the moment. We're only 13 minutes deep. I know they are doing a lot of defending, but fitness seems to be something that's really against them at the moment. Something they really need to work on. Scone, on the other hand, things haven't gone their way, but they seem to be on the front foot now. And like Marcus said in the pre-game, fitness seems to be one of their benefits, one of their positives.
And one other thing for the Scone side, their attack looks to be a bit clunky with this win this afternoon. It's not sort of flowing like they have early on in the season. And as you're saying there, Joshy, it's the attitude there. Sort of, I know it's hard. 3 sets probably in a row there to defend their line, and the class of Adam Clydesdale caught him napping, but Thomas Pickersgill, great line running and pushed one through there.
Yeah, another big fella close to the line, hard to stop. He's had a couple of good runs so far.
Young Pickersgill?
Yeah, he had a couple of good runs and caused a little bit of trouble for the Aberdeen defence. But, you're right, they have looked a little bit tired in the last few minutes. They started in a blaze, but not getting off their line as quick as they had been.
Well, I have had to ask the question, is this his debut for the Scone outfit in first grade? I haven't seen him play Pickersgill as a run-on, but that's something that we can have answered later on during the game.
Scone Junior?
I think he's a Denman Junior. Yeah, Marcus?
From Scone, is he?
From Musselbrook.
I couldn't, from Musselbrook, played for Denman, now plays for Scone. So it's one of those ones. But Adam Clydesdale's been like this all season. He wastes 10, 15, 20 minutes in, and then he starts stamping his authority.
We'll see if we win the double anyway. But there we go, the kick-off along the ground to Freddie Adams. Oh, Tom Hagan's knocked it on in the in-goal area along the ground. There was a bit of miscommunication between Freddie and Tom.
That was poor there from Freddie Adams. He should have just taken one for his big mate and he let him right down. Yeah,
once again, same as the first 10 minutes. Aberdeen's got to really capitalise on this luck. Seems to go on their way today, though.
After points, you definitely got to control the ball and get a good set in, but that hasn't happened. Now putting it up into the wind with the dropout.
And Harry Douglas is right underneath it on the 40-metre line, and he runs it straight back like a forward. He's 30 kg ringing wet. Young Harry. Good run, mate. Bateman into dummy half. Foz off to Marcus. They're very flat in attack, even Aberdeen at the moment. There's nothing there, and we know that Scone's defence is up in their face. But here we go. Foran inside to Hinchin. Hinchin's run back into the markers. Notably, Mr. Daniel Ritter. Here goes Hugerworth from dummy half. Out to Dylan Porter. Picks up Prince Campbell, but he can't get an arm free. They're going to have to go back down the centre of this field and straighten it up. There's a player in the ruck there, but they come to blindside. It's a really short blindside play. Huey Bartholomew, if he can get his arm free, he has. He's got it to Dylan Porter, but Dylan Porter will take it to the ground with Isaac Austin on top of him. 10 metres in from touch. Last tackle. Foran with the ball. Foran stabs a little grubber in, and it's picked up there by a flying JJ Apthorpe, and there was no pressure at all in the Aberdeen defence. But he's driven back by Cam Savage.
Once again, boys, 5th tackle options. The kick was good. It's just no chase.
No communication there at all. As here we go, Scone trying to rack it out of their own end through Isaac Austin. Now it's Radford, and Radford's been taken down by Hoogerworth. They're 15 metres out, 3rd tackle. Ritter with the ball, drifts across field, straightens it up, and he's tackled just over the 20-metre line by Cam Savage. Dummy half, Tim Smith, he will take a scoot. The markers have to be aware of that. But they've waited back, and Steve Hinchin's come out of one side of the tackle, and he's been cleaned up by Prince Campbell and Marcus Marsh. Last tackle. Punches it down, Phil Gary McKeon towards Huey Bartholomew. Huey's just jogging across there as he's picked the ball up. He's calling underneath Jesse McLean, dummies to him, and straightens up and takes the tackle. Jesse will be filthy as that, as Huey's been driven back by Watts. And number 15 now into the game, which looks to be Jakey Collison.
Yeah, Jakey Collison, he's been outstanding for the Scone side this year. He's been great impact off the bench, and he'll be looking to lift their line speed.
Just watching Foods walking back there. How do you reckon his lungs are at the moment? I reckon they'll be burning.
Yeah, I think he'd be hurting, but Liam Foran's jumping in the dummy half as he has all year and just really trying to spark this Aberdeen side here in the middle stages of the first half.
Any movement look like down there on the bench, Pete?
No, look, everything's still pretty quiet down here on the bench at the moment. Every now and then someone will get up, have a bit of a stretch. But as for Picachel, you asked about if it's his first grade debut for Scone, and it is.
It is his first grade debut, so there you go. Young Thomas Pickerskill. But we just had a knock on by Aberdeen, again letting off. They're going to have to watch it because this next half, Scone will have the breeze with them. So they have to capitalise on it, this Aberdeen, and less mistakes the better. It's going to, because their fullback's going to be dropped right back, as you know, in the second half, Marcus, for these long kicks, which if Clydesdale breaks the line, that's trouble.
Yeah, for sure. And I think Scone are right for the picking this afternoon. They're a bit flat here early. They're not their usual selves, and it's a tough game to get up for. And I think Aberdeen, if they can take advantage of their luck, will go a long way.
Well, it's still 6-4 on the A+ contracting scoreboard, as if in favour of the home side, Aberdeen, at this present stage. As Scone try and drift the crossfield, Pickerskill comes back under the plays, offloads to Clydesdale, which is dangerous, off to Watts, off to Isaac Austin, who shrugs off Dylan Porter and says, "Get out of my way, young kid, I'm coming through," and takes another 3 plays before he's pulled down just over the 40-metre line in Aberdeen territory. Clydesdale jumps from dummy half again. They've missed it. They've got, the markers have got to react. How many times have we said they've got to go left and right when he goes in there? This dummy half, Freddie Adams jumps out. He takes a scoot. He's got around Hincho, and he goes, it's a diving defence tackle there by Prince Campbell, the one that we spoke about pre-game. Here we go, Isaac Austin. He's cut down by Dylan Porter. No, it's over the try line. It is a try.
Fitness there.
Just watching the number 10, Cameron Savage, at the moment, walking, really open that play up in that A defender. The markers are also, they've got to work. Communication seems to be something they're really struggling with, Aberdeen, and Clydesdale's having a field day.
Well, they dominated just then. Steve Hinchin just stuck an arm out, which is uncharacteristic.
Yeah, it comes down to fitness, and then that second phase play from the Scone side's really starting to hurt. They're trying to get their tackles up. It's obviously a game plan of Scones to look at that second phase play, and it really hurt them there. And you talk about communication, that comes to, as Joshy knows better than anyone, when you're fitter, you can talk longer. When you're knocked up, communication drops off.
Yeah, very true.
That camera's getting a bit wobbly there, young son. Young Ben's trying to fix up the right tightenings and bearings, and I think it might be the one just there, mate. Yeah, that one. Not too tight.
Looks like we're about to make a few changes.
At the moment, Aberdeen just making a change. Pryor's just going on. But again, that was just poor marker defence, a couple of quick play the balls, and there had to be a gap found somewhere for Scone, didn't there?
It's Hovey, I think it is, that's gone on.
There's someone who can make a difference at the Aberdeen side this afternoon. Jason Hovey's been a great impact for the Aberdeen side all year, and he'll really make a difference if he's on today.
As Cameron Savage comes off, Scone should be looking to make some interchanges too, one would think soon. No, Jake Collison's gone on, but he goes Watts for his second attempt, similar on the other side of the field, and he's hit it off the upright and got it over. That's a bit of luck. And I'll tell you what, he struck the last one from near in front and missed it. The wind must be very strong down there at the moment.
And I think that's what's been causing Scone some of the clunkiness in their attack is the wind and just not wanting to throw a long ball or trying to throw it too far out.
Well, it's one of those days I think it'd even blow Mark Wilton's fringe back. Here we go. Forward, kicks off. It's not so deep, but it is drifting now with the wind, but it's made into the in-goal area. And here comes Jake Collison, hard and fast like he's notably known to do. And he's gone straight over the top of Hayden Bell, and he's been tackled there and shortened up. It's going to be a penalty. Huey Bartholomew in the ruck there.
What's Aberdeen got to do, boys, to change the momentum?
You've got to cut down the mistakes.
Yep.
Silly penalties there. Like, Huey should know better. Straight off the restart, looking to get back in the game and give an easy one away. Scone will be attacking their line. That's the big thing for me. Cut down their own errors.
Yep.
That's been probably their downfall here, their own errors, not the other side's playing great football against them.
Yeah, discipline 100%.
Oh, that was a great shot over the top there by Marcus Marsh on Thomas Pickersgill as he goes Daniel Ritter straight towards the centre of the field. He's picked up again by Prince Campbell and twisted, and his leg's gone up above the horizontal, so it's a penalty.
Once again, boys, discipline. You know, after a kick, they've been marched downfield again. Aberdeen are going to have to defend their line within 3 minutes. Not good.
Oh, and that is a solid shot by Prince Campbell on Mick Radford. Not an easy task by all means. They come down this left-hand side and turn Isaac Austin back under, and Jason Hovey straight into the action, as we can see there, Marcus, but he's going to have to contain that anger, frustration. As Tommy Pickersgill's hit the gap, he's looking to get his arm free. He's given it off to Freddie Adams, who brings it across field, passes it on to Jake Watts, who offloads to Mick Radford. Mick Radford says, I'm not a back, what am I doing out here? Dummy half. Oh, that was a clunky play, and here we have Jake Watts with the ball, and it's gone behind to Thomas Pickersgill. There's numbers out here, but JJ Apthorpe stands up, number 4, Hayden Bell, and this could be a try to Ronan Haddon. Ronan Haddon straightens up, and he's being cut down short.
That was Matt Gidley-like flick pass.
Great tackle right there on the line.
Here it is. Scone trying to find anything, but the defence was up fast there. I think that might have been Foran to shut that down. It was Hamish Wolfgang. They go on the blind side. JJ Apthorpe puts the kick in. It's too big. It's gone too big. Now, this could be an optional restart that Foran looks for a kick downfield into that corner instead of tapping it to give him easy meterage out of here.
There's no fullback at home.
Here we go. Freddie Adams picked up on it, but they can quickly get to it. It's a good option with this wind.
I'll tell you what has happened down here, boys. The Aberdeen bench in the last 10 minutes or so, and even out on the field, we've gone very quiet. Their chatter hasn't been as much. That last set of 6, probably the most chatter I've heard in 10 minutes out on the field.
As the crowd applauds for a penalty, and he goes...
This doesn't inspire you, though. Like, your halfback's taking a hit up here. Surely your front row is going to say, come on, I can't let me mate do that. We've got to aspire and get it.
Well, that's the whole reason he told us on the couch during the week he does it, is to try and get them going. Yeah, sure. But as you can see here, there's nothing happening. Where are the forwards? As there's a bit of push and shove in the background with Hovey and McKean, but Hovey's back up to take a hit, and he goes straight forward. He's dragging 3 of them. He's made it to the 30-metre line in Scone's territory. Hoogs off to Foran goes to the air. This is going to be a test. Here goes Jesse McLean. He's going to go up against... No, it's taken by Tim Smith, and he's been tackled. Oh, here we go. Offside. I don't know about that, Nick Martin. Not being biased here, but Jesse McLean is quick, and I was watching him out here. So as Hoogerworth gives him a fair spray down there, but I think he has to realise Jesse McLean's those little legs do motor.
Yeah, look, I don't think he was offside. He seemed to be onside to me from down here on the sideline. I think a poor call.
As that could get Scone out of trouble as Freddie Adams taking it. And then now Isaac Austin straight into Marcus Marsh. He's got that big, strong up. Oh, he's gone up above the horizontal, but they've put him down. Hamish Wolfgang under his legs there. Could have gone a bit haywire. But here we go. Joel Harrison down the 20-metre corridor on this western side of the field. He's tackled by Hamish Wolfgang and Price Campbell. And there it is, Radford straight in. What a challenge that is. Radford on Marsh. I'd watch that all day. Dummy half Clydesdale. Passes off to Daniel Ritter. Goes across field. Had Jay Collison underneath, but didn't give it to him. Now he has. He's offloaded to him. Jay Collison, look at those legs going. He looks like he's in training getting those high knees up in the air. Jay Collison, 30 metres out. Last tackle. They go back to Jake Watts. No fullback. As they spin it across for Gary McKean. Oh, Huey Bartholomew. It was on, mate. All you had to do was catch it.
Tell you
He
what,
goes for the intercept and he knocks it on.
Tell you one thing we are seeing, Radford has got up after that last run and hobbling away. The trainer's been out to see him. He's still out there at the moment, but I don't know if he'll continue too long.
Well, with Aberdeen at the moment, they're not containing that second phase play from Scone, which seems to be one of their benefits. They seem to be switching off as soon as that contact's made. Containing that with their marker work, they've really got to start controlling that ruck. Otherwise, coming towards the back end of the game, they're going to really struggle.
It's 10-6 still here on the A+ contracting scoreboard. It's going to take the scrum feed and drift the crossfield through Watts, and Watts has taken down there. He's knocked it. He's lost the ball there. Great tackle there. I can't see who it was. Hamish Wolfgang. What a tackle. And a very frustrated Joel Harrison it was. Sorry. But that's the game changer right there. 13 minutes to go in this half of football. Aberdeen really need to just complete this set of 6.
Oh, they just need to get back into just going set for set with the Scone side. And as Josh said there before, the first contact defence has got to be improved to reduce that section options play.
Looks like there's some movement down there on the Scone bench. Pete, what can you see?
Yeah, mate, Johnson's hopped up. I thought he was going to go out and replace Radford there, but then the ball was lost. So now the scrum to go down and Aberdeen to feed.
Here we go. Aberdeen with the ball. Take it from the back of the Scone Grace onto Foran. Foran's met very heavily by Daniel Ritter, but I tell you what, he's playing fantastic this year, Foran. Played his ball back to Daniel Hugerworth, Marcus Master. These forwards need to get deeper and harder and run onto it. Very ordinary by the Aberdeen forwards at the moment. As he goes, Ewan Bartholomew from dummy half makes it up to the 40-metre line. And then there's a penalty. That's a second attempt. They get a well-deserved penalty.
Senior player there, Reggie, Daniel Hugerworth. He sniffed it out there and got the penalty for his side and puts them right back in there with an opportunity before half-time.
As here they are now. The kick goes out nearly on the 30-metre line. Is that old Rod Bout on the other side? I think it is.
He's peak of his powers at the moment, Rodney.
Talk about prime of their career. That touch judge over there is in it. As he's Travis Bateman. He's 28 metres out from the try line. Attacking the Scone feed. That's the first play. The ball for and back onto Marsh. We need someone to get deep here from the Aberdeen side. Someone needs to be hitting that advantage line. Here goes forward from dummy half. Pass around the back to Porter. It's been hit in air by Jake Watts, and that's a knock-on. So they're going to be set up on the 20-metre line, 20 metres in from touch for a scrum feed. 11 minutes 58 to go on the A+ contracting scoreboard. 10-6 in favour of Scone at present. If Aberdeen are going to do anything, they need to do it now.
The last few minutes, Steve, it's been a bit of a momentum shift. I think Aberdeen, their forwards, even though they're not running as hard and deep as they probably should be, are getting some easy yards up the middle at the moment. Cutler, a penalty and now a mistake with the knockdown there by Scone. Sees Aberdeen in a good attacking position.
As he goes forward, he drifts across and picks up Hamish Wolfgang. And as soon as they come back under on that scrum, Daniel Ritter's there to meet him every time. Foran jumps from dummy half. He takes on the line. Flat ball to Marcus Marsh. He's hit down low there by a Scone defender who's just rolled out of it. Number 4, Jake. Oh, and that's a penalty. Adam Clydesdale. We've just had an appeal for the clear out to send him off. As here we go. They've spun it wide. Travis Bateman's going in for his second try. Is he? Yes, he's got there. What a big effort. Individual effort. There was a great ball. He's gone over the top of, I think it was Clydesdale. No, it was McKinnon. And he carried one player over the try line and reached out. Travis Bateman, like I said, that man is Mr. Fix-It. As I see McRae down here on the sideline getting ready to go on. Here we go. Don't think we're going to get it in time, but it'd be interesting to see what's being set out here at the moment.
Yeah. There's a whole set there where you guys dominated the tackle.
Yeah.
They were blowing up. I can see you guys dominated the ruck.
That was just a dominant tackle. You pinged us.
I disagree.
That's the difference.
The way I seen it, he held down. I wanted him to get up.
Yeah.
He's wrapped in around the head and locked himself in there.
Yeah.
I want him to move quicker. He didn't move quick enough. I penalised him.
Right.
Right, from there, for me, a quick tap is when they get straight up and take the mark. For me, I've walked over to where I wanted to take the tap. I've gone to the mark. That's not quick for me, so I was happy with the speed of that tap. All right.
But you didn't have his back. You didn't have his back enough.
You guys need to take the ownership of yourselves to get back.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Thanks, Dan.
That is very well explained there. Very well explained. I'll try and keep that on and see if we can keep him down in the background lower than what it was. That's very well explained there by Nick Martin. He's just a bit too loud throughout the commentary, so just trying to work out how to mute him.
The whole complexity of this game has really changed at the last minute. A really good try from Aberdeen, but also at the same time, Mick Radford's actually limped off as well. He actually doesn't look well on the sideline, and I'll get Pete to keep an eye on him. But if anything happens, that's a massive loss for Scone.
Oh, Radford for sure.
Mate, I'll see what I can find out. But I did say he was hobbling, and it was only just before that try was scored that the change was made.
I tell you what, Pete, don't go and speak to Aaron Watts right now.
No, I won't be doing that.
It's 10-all here on the A-Plus contracting scoreboard. 9 minutes to go in the first half of footy for the Bengalla Group 21. First grade clash between Scone and Aberdeen. There is a large wind blowing towards the southern side of the field, which is favouring Aberdeen in this half. They need to use it. As the kick-off straight down Huey Bartholomew's throat. Marcus Marsh winds up and he's bringing it flat out back. Bang, straight into Thomas Pickerskill. I'm unplugging the referee again right now as we speak. As there we have Big Hovey. He's attracted a few plays. There's one right around his head then. Yeah, picked it up from the touch judge's call. Too high. That would be Rod Bowd on the eastern side in his prime. Has witnessed that. And Jason Hovey's calling out Daniel Ritter. So it was obviously Daniel Ritter who went a bit too high, and that's not out. The kick. Oh, it is out. Freddie, what were you thinking? That should have been stopped from going into touch for all money. It's now 30 metres out. Aberdeen on the attack. 8 minutes to go. Bodies in motion, Aberdeen. Don't wait back. Stop waiting for someone to create something. Scone just need to stick to their solid defence.
I'd like to say Ewan Bartholomew get his hands on the ball here. He's been very quiet this first half, and he's got the great attacking talent to create something for the Aberdeen side.
Travis Bateman's just attracted 3 defenders there. Jake Collison, Thomas Pickerskill and Ritter. Dummy half Hugerworth. Off to Marcus Marsh. He goes back towards the markers and goes into Ritter.
Great run.
And he's had the arm freed offload. No one there. Leg pull they were appealing for. Luke Hugerworth from dummy half. Dummy goes himself. Oh, he's been taken out. That should be a penalty there. That should be a penalty for Foran being taken out without the ball. Blatantly taken out.
Forward, passes forward anyway.
Okay, I'll give you that one too. McRae's on the field. He makes a tackle on Ronan Haddon. He goes, Isaac Austin back behind the markers. Talk about body language, Pete. This doesn't look good from Aberdeen at the moment.
No, look, I think they were very unlucky there. You called it a forward pass. But Scone have definitely come back downfield quite easily and almost back to halfway now.
As obviously, frustrations are brewing as he goes. Tim Smith from dummy half, and he's tackled. Great tackle around the legs there by Hamish Wolfgang. Great speed from Tim Smith trying to get up and play the ball. Bit of push and shove here. Jason Hovey, we're here to play football. Cut it out. I tell you what, he's going to be the difference. There we go. That's what I was about to say. He's going to be the difference between Aberdeen going into this as a draw or behind on the scoreboard. Great player.
That is just letting your teammates down. That's poor.
That is definitely what it is. Use your frustration in other ways, but keep it clean.
Hagan has just gone back on.
Who's that?
Tommy Hagan's just gone back on.
The 40-year-old yesterday, I think it was. No, he's just joking. But that was a high tackle there. Marcus called it. Scone, well positioned in the centre of the field. Out to Tim. No, Jake Watts. Then back inside to Jolie Harrison. It's hard to keep up with these players at the moment. Pete, tell you what, what's the penalty count at the moment, Roddy Partridge, as Isaac Austin takes the ball? 6-5 Sconers. Here we go. Clydesdale's with the ball. He turns back inside Ritter. How many times do we call that a game? And he's spinning. He's trying to get the ball down. He's held up. Last-minute defence there by Aberdeen has assisted that. 6 minutes left on the clock for the first half. 10-all.
10-all, I can tell you that plenty of strapping has gone on to Radford's ankle. They're hoping that he will get back out there.
Oh, great pick up by Huey Bartholomew on a little grubber. I thought that was going to favour Scone. Scone's defence needs to be up in their face at the moment. Here they go, straight up. Tommy Hagan, bang, takes down young. Sorry? The line speed's just always perfect from Scone. Here we go as Huey Bartholomew jogs it to the 30-metre line. He needs to get those leg speed happening really fast. As he goes dummy half, they were both offside. Both markers weren't square. That's the discipline on the other side, which is uncharacteristic of...
Daniel Hugerworth once again. It's a smart play.
As here we go. Foran kicks it. We're down. Oh, let's come back down this way. Keep walking, Liam. It's halfway line. Aberdeen will take the tap. You think Hamish Wolfgang will tap it himself and go, but he gives it to Prince Campbell. As Prince Campbell waits. Oh, Daniel Ritter.
Shot.
Says welcome, but there's a bit of an elbow to the head there by Isaac Austin. As here we go, Jason Hovey. He brings the ball. He's tackled there by Ritter. Tom Hagan with the first impact, and I can't see that's Jakey Collison. Where's the rest of the Aberdeen forwards? No, Foran says, I'll do it. I'll run across field, and he tries to go through one, tries to get out of two, he's out of three, flicks the ball back. Travis Bateman's with the ball at the moment and says, I'll settle it down, as he runs straight into Jake Collison and Tom Hagen. Hoogerworth dummy half, jumps from dummy half. They're back off. They're all offside again. Tom Hagen's got in there for that's got to be 6 to go. That was a raked ball. Is he going to call it? No. Aberdeen 20 metres out. Here we go. 4 into dummy half. He goes to Travis Bateman on the left-hand side. Travis Bateman with the grubber. And it's jumped on by Gary McKeon. It wasn't the last tackle. That's all I'm going to say on that play there. It was not the last tackle. They had another one up their sleeve. It's Graham McCrae makes the tackle on Ronan Haddon. And they're shut down 12 metres out. Scone. It's got Tim Smith into dummy half. Tim makes a run straight out of dummy half, palms off McRae and makes another 5 metres before he's taken to the ground by Marcus Marsh and Hovey. Clydesdale into dummy half as he's so dangerous. Watts onto Isaac Austin. Isaac Austin can always get that arm free, but at the moment he's contained very well by Prince Campbell. That's very smart. Very smart by Isaac Austin, I'll have to say that. As he goes kick for touch. Watts doesn't make much ground at all, 8 metres roughly, so Joel Harrison with the tap. He'll tap it. He'll run across field, but he'll go himself and straighten up. He goes to Prince Campbell, palms him off, palms off Hovey. He's through the gap. He's in the clear. He's palmed off Hamish Wolfgang. He's around Dewey Bartholomew, and no! That was great play by Joel Harrison, but some really lacklustre defence from the Aberdeen outfit. Wow. Great try. He's palmed off four quality players there to make it to the trial line, Joel Harrison.
The effort there on Dewey Bartholomew at fullback was poor.
Yeah.
It's not a Dewey Bartholomew. He hasn't hardly touched the ball in the first half. And I mentioned him earlier. The attitude there was just poor from the Aberdeen side. They've been right in at 10-all, going in the break. You defend one set, you get to half-time. And to cough that up was very disappointing for the coaching staff.
Yeah, you're right about Yui as well, mate. He seems to be in second gear all day at the moment. I don't know what's happening.
But also an injury or what's going on?
Why aren't these forwards hitting it at the line like they have been in the games prior? Like Singleton and Denman that they've played, they hit that ball at pace at the advantage line. It's if they've got one opportunity to take it to Scone, they're in the game now. And Scone, they're just clinical.
As I said, Hovey can make a massive difference, but he's been a lot of push and shoving behind the play. But your actions do more than you're talking. You've got to stand up and take it forward and do your job. And, Jolie Harrison there going one off of a tap, slow tap, and to go through like that, that'd be very disappointing to Aberdeen side.
If you're going to beat a team like Scone as well, so those little areas that you've got to really focus on, whether it's discipline and ball control, and that's one thing where Aberdeen's really struggled today. Ill discipline's been absolutely shocking, but also at the same time, though, their ball control and their fifth tackle options, they're defending their line, fourth tackle, little kick by one of their second rows, it's not good enough.
No, definitely. That Travis Bateman one was not needed.
And I haven't seen Scone give as many opportunities as they have in this first half this year. I think they've given them a lot of opportunities. They've been very ill-disciplined themselves. They'd be very disappointed what he would be, and been very clunky in attack. So for them to go 16-10 at half-time, I think they'd be quite happy.
Do you reckon it'd be safe for Pete to go and see Watsy now?
No. No. Pete, you're not insured for going and speak to Aaron
Yeah, look,
Watts.
boys, I'm not keen to go and talk to him just yet, but maybe after the game we might. But look, some poor, tired defence there by Aberdeen. The Bateman kicked through. I'm not sure what he was doing there. He's had a couple of good runs near the line and caused issues and got a couple of tries, but to put a kick in and now they've paid the ultimate penalty away and then very flimsy defence.
Doing a fantastic job on the sideline down there, Pete. And let me tell you, the heater is off up here. We have gone out in sympathy.
Glad to hear he's broke into a sweat.
And here we go. The Aberdeen aren't keen to get back before half-time. The clock's counting down from 40 seconds. 16-10 on the A-plus contracting scoreboard. It is Scone leading Aberdeen in the Bengalla Group 21 first grade clash of the day. We'll get some score updates from down there at Singleton as well soon to see what's happening down there in first grade as Singleton take on Denman. Benko's down there with that one. But here we go. Gary McKeon passes it on to Tom Hagen and straight into Graham McRae, who takes him down like a pig dog right around the legs. Thomas Hagen off. Who's this into the game here? Ronan Haddon coming in for a winger's run as Clydesdale's into dummy half. I tell you what, there might be only 10 seconds, but they need to sprucing things up here, Aberdeen. Look at this. As he goes, Watts into the clear. And he's been ankle tapped, but he's rolled it back on the ground. It's cleaned up by Isaac Austin. It's Jolie Harrison with the ball again. He's going to kick it inside into the centre of the field. Harrison Douglas is there. He'll clean it up and just take it down as a settler, and that's half-time here on the A-plus contracting Bengalla Group 21, A-plus contracting scoreboard Bengalla game. It is currently 16 points to 10 Scone leading Aberdeen, but it very well could have been 10 all at half-time.
Plenty of positives to take out of that first half. We'll see how we go the second.
Keep going, Foz, mate. You're leading them forward really hard. We spoke on the couch, and they should be. I mean, you're setting the platform, mate. Get those forwards going for you, mate.
Yeah, they'll get the forwards going in the second half. I'm sure he's going to go off, take a well-earned break, and we'll see what we can find out from the sheds, and we'll be back with the second half.
Thanks for your time, Foz.
Thanks, buddy.
That's fantastic. We'll take a break right here on the Bengalla Grid 21 call. Like I said, 16-10 Scone leading Aberdeen on the A-plus contracting scoreboard. We'll be back after this quick break.
And get his kicking game dialed in like he does the best. I think he can be in for an exciting second half.
Well, there we go. I think that we need to have young Jason Hovey contain that frustration. It can leak penalties, that type of frustration, as we've seen in the past. But we'll get a word from Pete when he has a chance to catch up with Josh Tuckerman, who's out there with the kick and tee, to see what was said at half-time in their dressing sheds. And I'm not too sure who you'd see from Scone, mate. I'm not going to even pay your wage to go down there and see Aaron Watts at the moment.
Hey, look, on game at the moment, boys. I'll find someone to have a chat to and see what we can come up with.
As here we go, the kick-off from Aberdeen, kicking towards the highway end, is Hayden Bell. It's gone up high. It's sat up real long, but the defence hasn't made it down there. They're coming back in numbers, but here's Dylan Porter with the tackle on Jakey Collison. This first set of tackles is going to be interesting with Scone's kicking game, with the wind sort of behind them. As Pete just alluded to, it has swirled a bit. As he plays the ball back, here goes Tom Hagen with his hit up. He's made it to... No, he's gone through the defensive... just notable, Ben Clark isn't on the bench today. Usually plays off, comes onto the field and gives Hoogs a run in the second row. As John Johnson plays the ball smack bang on halfway, makes a break from dummy half. Clydesdale. Clydesdale's wrapped up and he's taken down there by... Oh, there it is. There it is. And I don't know, it's not in the NRL, so people don't get to see these replays on TV, but that was absolutely ill-disciplined. Fourth tackle, penalty. Scone are now piggybacked down to their 20-metre line, attacking the Aberdeen try line. It's now they're 10 metres out through a great run by JJ Apthorpe. Number 16, John Johnson, to dummy half. Off to the 5'8", McKinnon, who goes across field and picks up number 8, Tom Hagen, who makes it to the centre field, just 9 metres out from the try line. He goes from dummy half, Clydesdale gives it off to Ritter. Ritter tries to change his angle back under, and it's taken down by Marcus Marsh. And I can't see who that is hanging on top. It's Hoogerworth. Here we go. Watts dummies. He's going towards the try line. He's taken down by Jason Hovey in a dominant tackle. Hovey back at marker. From dummy half, Clydesdale. He goes himself. Is he going to get there? No, he's got his arm free, but he's trying to get across the try line. He's held up just shy of the line, right near the uprights. Last tackle. Here we go. Back to Gary McKean. Out wide to John Johnson. John Johnson. It's a grubber. It's Ronan Haddon. He's got it. He's beat Harry Douglas to the ball, and it's a try to Ronan Haddon right here in the corner of the field underneath us. Boys, terrible shifting defence there by Aberdeen.
Oh, yeah, I think it was great class there by John Johnson, though. Wise man, and he really found the mark of that grubber.
Oh, he definitely did, and Ronan Haddon to clean up to get around Harry Douglas. He just jumped too early, Harry.
But, boys, we spoke about this at half-time. It all comes back to ill-discipline. You know, fourth tackle, silly penalty, march them all the way down the field, have to attack their own line for 5 tackles. We spoke about this.
Bevo should hook Hoves after that. He just put his mates under pressure, put Savage straight out there.
I'd be...
Let him straight down.
I'd be giving a little bit of a breather to the bloke too, don't you worry.
Sure they would have talked about it. Yeah, I think
probably
about 5 minutes ago.
Straight after half-time, they've come out, piggybacked them down the field for a try. It's that's not what you want starting the second half. It's 2010 with the kicks to come.
Well, we've all spoken about it, the ill-discipline, and they're paying the ultimate price for Aberdeen. But a great little kick through.
Oh, well-timed, and that's his class. That's his age. He's been around long enough, and, Scone have got a great outfit, even if they had to drop 6 of their players and replace them. Wouldn't you say, Marcus?
I would say their depth's an envy of all clubs in Group 21. It's a credit to the club, I think. Good on them. They've got a great depth, and every club would love to have that. And
how far back's he taken this kick?
Back off the bench, country representative, and what he's done in Group 21 over the last few years, long period of time. It's outstanding to have him back.
Jake Watts has brought this kick back to 35 metres out, 2 metres in from the sideline.
If he kicks his.
He's going to have to allow for the wind. Here we go. He's moved in. He struck it. And it's heading towards the uprights. Is he? He's nailed it.
Wow.
Wow. And you just saw the smiles go up on the faces of Daniel Ritter, Adam Clydesdale and the Scone side. That's a confidence boost in itself.
Standing right behind him, boys, when he's taken that one, and did not look like missing.
64-0. Singo are currently leading the Denman Devils. I've just received a message. So here's the kick-off from Aberdeen. They've let it bounce, and it's got a good bounce to... Oh, it's gone dead. Freddie Adams. I tell you, I was just going to do the same thing. Where is Aaron Watts? He hasn't moved, but that take nothing of that. He's very much the Wayne Bennett character and holds it close to his chest. I've seen him do Ricky Stewart. I've seen him do the Ricky Stewart.
I think he's more a Ricky Stewart man.
Uncharacteristic mistakes from Scone all day, though, isn't it? All silly mistakes.
Well, that's a beautiful drop kick. That's gone 60. Oh, he's going to have to jump on that. Huey Bartholomew's put it on his foot. It's on the halfway line. Put your foot down, Huey. Run. As he's cleaned up there by Joel Harrison and Ronan Haddon.
Steve, one thing I can tell you from half-time for Scone is that Radford won't be coming back. You can see him. He's just come back out of the sheds now, hobbling around. Only the one boot on. It looks like he's gone for the game.
Yeah, that's a big loss for the Scones. Oh, and that's a high tackle by Tom Hagan, the social butterfly. He's gone high. The touch taken by Hugerworth. Offloaded to Foran, who's now given it on to who we got? Travis Bateman, Mr. Fix-It. 2 tries already for the Aberdeen side. As here we go. On the 20-metre line, Hugerworth off to Marcus Marsh. Marsh goes straight into Collison and Ritter. And he's tackled there. No, it's Johnson. Aberdeen need to put something on now if they're to stay in this game. Around the back to Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter passes it out to Huey Bartholomew. Draws and passes to Hamish Wolfgang. He's got nowhere to go. And he's tackled about 5 metres out from the try line. Dylan Porter off to Huey Bartholomew. Sends it on to Graham McRae. There's nobody's in motion. They're setting for something, but the depth, look, they're not deep. As he goes, Hoogs from dummy half, off to Foran. Foran drifts across field. He picks up Travis Bateman, but with a nothing ball, it's come off his shoulder. It's play.
No. There's a knock.
What's going on there, Gary?
I'm telling you, there's a poor pass by Liam Foran. He put Travie under too much pressure there.
Yeah, and there was numbers outside here with Hayden Bell and Wolfgang. Wolfgang
Very
Douglas.
easy sitting up here, though.
Yeah, I know. It is.
Yeah, that's the old, what's it called, a hospital ball.
Yeah. But, look, here we are, 10 metres out. Scone with near the uprights. Scone with the scrum feed. McKean feeds it in, passes it out to Jolie Harrison. Jolie Harrison's taken by Hamish Wolfgang underneath and Campbell over the top. As from dummy half, Freddie Adams gives it out to Austin. Austin's taken the ball and he's wrestled to the ground by over the top by Hovey. Hovey needs to do nothing silly here. It's Marker. He didn't even react from Marker to get out. He was too busy looking at Austin. Here we go. Ritter with the ball brings it across field. It's to no one. It's been well picked up though. Great pick up there by Ronan Haddon. Great hands to pick that one up. Here we go. Clydesdale off to Ritter. Into McRae and some great defence. They've shut it down. His arm's still free, Daniel Ritter, but he's gone to the ground. Here we go. The last tackle. What do they got from their own 40-metre line? Out of dummy half. Clydesdale punches it down. Will it sit up? It's going to roll. It's got the roll and it's gone dead. It'll be a 20-metre optional restart for Aberdeen. Centre of the field, 7 tackles. Thoughts, Josh?
Yeah, the next period of play is really important for Aberdeen. They've just got to really just focus on just completing sets at the moment. You know, don't worry about the scoreboard. You know, the opportunities will come, and when they do come, you know, unlike that last set, you know, they've got to really focus on completing.
Well, a notable change there. Richie Graham's just come on the field. Can't see who's left the field. That's Hamish Wolfgang makes it out just shy of the 30. Here we go. Prince Campbell. Finally, someone's taken it forward. He's made it to nearly the 40-metre line. Hugerworth at dummy half. Marcus Marsh, you can see he's stepping back, winding up for this one. He's got the ball. He's taken it straight into Tom Hagan, who's met him solidly. Ritter's in there, and John Johnson to accommodate. Here we go. Hoogs from dummy half. He gets out of one. He gets back slammed into the ground by Tom Hagan and Isaac Austin. He goes Foran from dummy half off to Hamish Wolfgang. Wolfgang, there's just nothing happening, boys. Side to side, there's no one going forward except for the Prince Campbell a minute ago. He goes 4 and puts a kick. It's been charged down, 6 to go. Hovey's with the ball. Now they've got another set of 6, 35 metres out from the Scone try line. What can they do? 4 with the ball, takes it himself and goes forward. Oh, he's been crunched. That is a big shot. Well tackled underneath by Daniel Ritter, but over the top there, Thomas Hagan. He goes, Prince Campbell. No, it's Richie Graham. Prince Campbell it is. He's rattled around 3. He's got away. I was run out of words. Graham McRae's got the ball. Dummy half Hugerworth comes to the right side, picks up Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter steps off his right foot, takes it back into the ruck. He's tackled. Someone needs to wind up here as Huey Bartholomew into dummy half. He scoots himself from dummy half. Can he get there? He's held up and he's pushed back by 4 Scone defenders. Here we go, dummy half Dylan Porter. Passes it back, last tackle, Foran with the ball. Foran grubbers it. There's no one there to chase it. It's cleaned up by Ronan Haddon, who makes a run for it, and he's made it down over the 20-metre line. He's 25 metres out. Silly option there, nothing really going. No one there to chase that kick, but here we go. JJ Apthorpe, Scone have momentum. They're up to the 30-metre line. Freddie Adams, dummy half, on to John Johnson. John Johnson up to the 40-metre line nearly. He pops it off to Tim Smith. What a ball, and that is hitting the ball at speed, and he's slammed down by Prince Campbell and cleaned up over the top by Hamish Wolfgang. Prince Campbell's hurt himself in that tackle. As Freddie Adams passes the ball out to Jake Watts, on to Gary McKean. Gary McKean drifts across field, picks up underneath JJ Apthorpe, who's brought down there by Richie Graham. And Richie Graham stole that. He stole it. Play on. One-on-one tackle.
Great job.
20 metres out. He gets...
Look, Savage has gone back out for the Tigers as well. He replaced Pryor.
I've just seen Clydesdale give JJ Apthorpe a big spray and still going at him at the moment. He just gave him a sort of an arm up towards the head and has just given him a spray all along there, and he's still going. Did you see that, Marcus?
Yeah, I think just disappointed. They knew it was a great opportunity there for the Scone side, and I think Adam's just a bit frustrated with that one. JJ's been around long enough to know it's a costly mistake.
Oh, well, he didn't see, in all fairness, Prince Campbell coming from that side of the... he'd already palmed off with his left arm. He had the ball in the right arm, and Prince Campbell's just sneakily stole it from the right arm, and he had every intention of doing it.
I think one of the problems with Aberdeen's attack at the moment, it's too sideways. You know, they need to go forward before they start worrying about sideways as well. You know, they're not offering anything towards those 4th and 5th tackle options as well. Yeah, I think the forwards really need to step up this set, whether it's your Marcus Marshes or any of those boys. I think Cam Savage is fresh. He's just got on there. These next 10 minutes, he's got to have a really big effort from the big boy.
We watched Aberdeen a couple of weeks ago, and their game plan was turn the ball back on the inside, pushing with numbers, playing with numbers around the football, and Liam Foran was the real leader of that.
Yep.
I think that's where they've got to go back to. Still got half an hour to go here this afternoon, and if they're looking to open them up, that's what they've got to go with.
There's Foran kicks for touch. And he's made it to the 40-metre line, making it out of their own end. As Harry Douglas gives it to Hayden Bell to take the tap. Hayden Bell offloads to a flat four, and there was 3 players there doing nothing. Number 14 takes the ball there, Richie Graham. He's a great asset to have out there at the moment. Hugerworth from dummy half off to Marcus Marsh. He'll just keep going all day. He's bounced out of 2 tackles, but they've gone back in. John Johnson and Ritter and collected him. This is Graham McRae. Takes it. Bang! What a shot by Adam Clydesdale. The man's fired up. Into dummy half. Hoogs off to Tyler Prince Campbell, ends up with the ball and back in the centre of the ruck. They've got to get some more structure. They're just doing the same play after play here at the moment. And here goes Marcus Marsh again, straight into the defence. It's the last tackle. They're 30 metres out, centre of the field. Hugerworth off to Foran. Foran chips back towards the centre. It's coming across field. It's got an awkward bounce, and Tim Smith bobbled it. It's going to be a scrum feed. 20 metres out, 20 metres in from the eastern sideline, 10 metres out, Aberdeen back on the attack. That was an unlucky bounce.
It certainly was. It's a great opportunity for the Aberdeen side, and we're going to see Liam Foran. He'll lead this set and see where they go.
74-0 at the moment. Singleton are beating Denman down there. I've just received a text message. And here at Aberdeen, it is 22 points to 10 on the A-plus contracting scoreboard with 28 minutes to go.
How long do you go down there, mate?
I'll ask that question. You guys do this call. Joshy, take it.
Yeah,
No, he's
Wolfgang takes it for the Aberdeen side. Liam Foran in the dummy half. Looking to spark something here. 14 for Aberdeen goes in nice and hard. Forward from dummy half. Held up over the line.
I'm back with you here. Yes, held up. I didn't actually see that, but here we go. They've got to set something now. Marcus Marsh is set to the right. You've got Hovey outside him. Well, that's Cam Savage, sorry.
Look at him play out the back to young Portery on the right edge.
Yeah, they're very flat on the left here, so have to go right.
You know, they come to the left-hand side to Huey Bartholomew. You boys have left that one going. Here we go. Huey's offloaded, and it's been raked. Oh, that...
Yeah, 2 in the tackle there. Fair call, I think.
2 in the tackle, but I tell you what, it could have very much been Hoogerworth collecting that ball and scoring. You play the advantage.
But I think he's called him for the inside 10. So
Here we go with the ball now. It's spread across field. It's Dylan Porter. He's got the ball. He's been wrestled there by Isaac Austin. Hey, that was 2 in that tackle. You can't drop off.
Yeah, you can.
You can drop off.
Can drop off.
Well, there you go. Shane Hayne will have to correct me on that one. Here we go. It's going now, have the ball back. Offloaded to Thomas Pickerskill. Pickerskill, he's up to the 40-metre line. He's trying to wrestle the ball there. Can't see who's got that one. Who's ended up with it? Well, Foran was pleading that he had the ball, but it ended up with Scone still have the ball, and it's Freddie Adams out to the halfway line, centre field. Plays it back to Clydesdale. Clydesdale off to Hagan. Hagan runs straight. There's a solid defence by Aberdeen. They've met them at the line there.
He's been good today, Prince Campbell.
Oh, definitely. And this is the first time I've seen the Aberdeen side move up as a line, but now they've waited back after I just said that'll put the curse on. And, held. He's been called held, but he offloaded that ball, John Johnson, so he'll play the ball. Clydesdale dummy half. Off to Watts. Watts puts the bomb up. It was the last tackle. Underneath, it's Harry Douglas. He takes it cleanly. There's a wall of Scone defenders, and he's ran straight into JJ Apthorpe and Gary McKean, but held his weight, the young fella, and still made metres as he's been tackled. As here goes Hayden Bell from dummy half. He's been quiet today, and he's still got the leg drive and makes it to the 35 metres out from Aberdeen try line. Where are the players? Who wants to take it? And guess who's going to do it? Liam Foran says, I'll run it forward. I'll show you how to do it forwards. So where's the next forward to take it after that? They're over the 30-metre line now. Hoogerworth, off to Marcus Marsh. Marcus Marsh just seems to be the go-to man when no one else wants to run it. Marcus Marsh plays the ball back. Hoogerworth, dummy half, offloads to Dylan Porter. He takes the line on himself. He's with Isaac Austin. He's trying a one-on-one strip at the moment, Isaac Austin, but he can't get the ball. It's the last tackle. They're only at the halfway line. Here goes Foran from the halfway centre field, puts the kick down. He's split the winger and fullback. Will this sit up? No, it's bouncing around badly for Haddon, but he collects the ball and takes it straight into it's not Harry Douglas, Hayden Bell. And I can't see that other defender. That's Richie Graham. Freddie Adams, dummy half, spins it out to JJ Apthorpe, who takes it forward into Hoogerworth. Hoogerworth brings him down with a great wrestle. It's 22-10 with 24 minutes to go. He's dropped the ball. He's dropped the ball clean. JJ's just come up with an uncharacteristic error, and he's dropped the ball in the play. The ball, I couldn't see anything in it myself.
No, I didn't see much in it. It's, as you said, uncharacteristic error there by JJ Apthorpe, but here's an opportunity for Aberdeen.
Yeah. I think Wolfgang and Bartholomew have really got to start getting into the game. You know, they haven't really done much. Like I said, I think Yui's just gone back into first gear. He was in second.
We've got a blood.
Wolfgang's been very quiet as well.
Blood bin here, Pete.
Yeah, got a blood bin coming off, but that mistake there, he just got up and tried to play it too quick and just lost control.
Yes, Pete's got the great job down there on the sideline at the moment. I'm just getting an update. It's 5 to go down there in Singleton. 80 points to nil. Singleton Greyhounds defeating the Demon Devils at present. 80-0. It's blown out, boys.
They've got a few personnel out too today, Singleton, apparently. So.
Wow. Marcus, would you have predicted an 80-0 scoreline? Okay.
I haven't watched much of Singleton, but with the injuries of the Demon Devils side and the guys not making themselves available this week, it's made it hard for Gretschy. And I think if Singleton, I've said about Singleton all year, they've got a great side if they can put it together at the back end of the year.
Well, it's not easy captain coaching. I remember you captain coaching and being a cranky pricket training back in the day.
Yeah, I was a young 21-year-old doing it, and you learn a lot now. You look back and go, geez.
Everyone says who was the best and worst coach you've played alongside. I said, I don't know, but Marcus was cranky at training.
Yeah, I've grown up a lot since then, Stephen.
Did you do the fitness with the boys as well?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. And here
Nice
we go.
ball out the back.
Huey Bartholomew fixed it to Hayden Bell. Hayden Bell's making it for the try line, and he's passed it back to Harry Douglas, who's knocked it knocked it on. That was on for all money. All he had to do was draw and pass Hayden Bell and find Harry Douglas clear on the chest, but he's passed it behind him.
I'm still not 100% certain why he tried to pass it. He could have got down low and gone there. He wasn't only a couple of steps out from the line.
Yeah,
You all got a good spot down there, mate.
I think he knows the 2, Pete. He's pretty disappointed.
Wow.
And look back at this game, it's a lot of opportunities they've had to capitalise on the Scone errors and just haven't put the icing on it.
Well, you know, Radford's out for Scone now with that injury. He won't be back for the rest of the game. If ever they're going to try and put something on, he's one of their go forward hard men. And here's another one now with the ball, Isaac Austin, who's wrestled through 3 defenders and playing the ball 30 metres out, 20 metres out from his own line. Clydesdale on to John Johnson. John Johnson's hit hard, and it's a high tackle. Marcus Marsh and Hoogerworth in there. I don't know who went high, but I'd say it's just the collision between the 2 Aberdeen defenders has made it go a bit higher. But John Johnson seems to be okay as Jake Watts kicks for the touchline, and it'll be tapped 40 metres out from their own try line. 10 in, and here's Pickersgill. Flat out hard, straight into Foran, and Hamish Bell, and he's dropped it. He's tried to offload it. Oh, that was a bit of a collision there. Thought it was a head collision there between JJ Apthorpe and Ronan Haddon, but now it's Aberdeen back with the ball. Solid defence by Scone. They're spurred on by that. Too many errors today. I'd say Aaron Watts will not be happy at all with all these errors, but he's Cameron Savage with the ball. They're not making many metres. They're throwing the ball about plenty, but they're not making many metres, Aberdeen. Dylan Porter with the ball. Takes it across field. Passes it on to Huey Bartholomew. Huey Bartholomew dances around. Tries not to get the shepherd that they were appealing for. Obstruction these days. Shepherd, the old terminology. 22-10 still with 21 minutes to go. Here's Prince Campbell taking the ball forward. Foran's trying to muster troops and direct them around. Hoogerworth to Foran. Foran runs across field. Chips it over the top. That's going to be Harry Douglas. Is he going to get the favourable bounce? And he doesn't. He had Ronan Haddon in from the wing. The wind obviously swirling around down there, Pete.
Mate, it is just a little bit. It's hard to tell how strong it is until you're out in the middle of the field there. But a right choice there to put that kick across. The wing was open there.
84-0 final score. Singleton defeating Denman down there at Pertec Oval. So there we go. That's that game over and done with down there. We've got 21 minutes left here in the first grade clash. 22-10 on the A+ contract scoreboard. Scone leading Aberdeen as they've just won the scrum feed there, Scone, and Freddie Adams takes the settler 10 metres out centre field. Here's Tim Smith, I think it might be, with the ball now, taking a run, bringing it across field 20 metres out. And Jake Watson, the dummy half, finds Joe Johnson. Now it's JJ Apthorpe with the ball. Aberdeen are struggling to put him to the ground. They're 30 metres out. Clydesdale dummy half. Off to Nick Watson, I think it is, who's out there now. Nick Watson's just been tackled 40 metres out, 20 metres in from the western side of the field. Here's Daniel Ritter. Daniel Ritter's got the arm free, and he offloads to Clydesdale. Clydesdale offloads to John Johnson. John Johnson looks around for support and makes it to the halfway line. He's tackled. That's the last tackle. As they look for Jake Watts. Jake Watts puts the high one up. Plenty of time. Underneath it's Jesse McLean. Jesse McLean takes it cleanly and he sprints across field. He tries to straighten it up. Jake Watts is moving in there and Nick Watson goes in, and that was nearly a shoulder charge, one would think, but he's taken down 22 metres out. As he's down, Jesse McLean at present. Can't see anything.
Lucky to get away with that, Scone. I think that was a definite shoulder charge. No use of arm at all.
Jesse's down. He's a bit of a break in play now, boys. Seen down here that number 14, Richie Graham, whether he's just come off. Travis Bateman back on. What's your thoughts? They haven't used Dave Manane yet.
Yeah, I'm glad the number 15's back on. I think he did a great job in the first half, Bateman. For someone who's his size, running on that edge, just running at your halves and running at your 5/8s, I think it really opened up in that first half. I think he's going to be a big key in the last 20 minutes. Foz is trying really, really hard, and I don't think the boys are playing off the back of that.
No.
Between him and Marcus Marsh, name another forward who's willing to put his hand up and take the carries. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
Reg, I wouldn't mind to see Dave Manane go in the middle there somewhere and float around. Try to give someone to Foran to connect with.
Yeah, well, it's just not happening out there at the moment. here's Cam Savage for the first receiver, and he takes the ball. And usually I've seen Cam run harder than that every other game. This has just been a flat game for Aberdeen. They're 35, 38 metres out from their own try line. As he goes, Prince Campbell, he's not afraid to take it forward. He makes only 4 metres, but I tell you, it was a full head of steam he had on him. Hugerworth spins it out to Foran out to Travis Bateman. They go to Mr. Fix-It. Mr. Fix-It runs at Gary McKeon. Gary McKeon collects him underneath. Nick Watson over the top, and it's the last tackle. He looks a bit gingerly there still, Bateman, and he goes, Huey Bartholomew punches it downfield. It's gone over Freddie Adams' head, but the bounce was courteous and came back towards him. They're now 20 metres out from their try line. Scone, they'll ruck it out. 22-10 with 19 minutes to go on the A-plus contracting scoreboard. They're appealing for a lost ball there. Prince Campbell's come up appealing for it, but here we go. Tim Smith takes a hit up. He's made it up to the 30-metre line before he's taken down by 3 Scone Aberdeen players. He'll play the ball back to... Is that Jake Watts moved to dummy half? Jake Watts has moved into dummy half now, and Isaac Austin makes it up to the 40-metre line. Jake Watts offloads onto Jake Collison. Jake Collison takes it hard and fast as he does, but he met the front row connection of Cameron Savage and Marcus Marsh at the halfway line. As here's Daniel Ritter with the ball. He'll get that arm free. He does. Offloads to John Johnson. They're drifting backwards. Gary McKean brings JJ Apthorpe back underneath. He's run the ball. He's taken down. He's called play on, and Harry Douglas is trying to wrestle him, but it's held just nearly 20 metres out. Last tackle. Clydesdale. On to Nick Watson. Nick Watson grabs it in. There's no one home. There's no one there. Where's the urgency? Oh, he's dived for it, and the bounce wasn't favourable. It's popped over his head. It's gone dead. That is very lucky for Aberdeen.
It was great vision there by Nick Watson. Adam Clydesdale once again testing out the Aberdeen side down the short side. They've been doing that great all year.
So Hugerworth was taking the tap and wanted to offload to Hamish Wolfgang, but the referee says, no, wait for me. Here we go. Wolfgang on to Prince Campbell now. Prince Campbell takes it to the 30 metres out from the Aberdeen try line. They're rucking it out. He goes Foran with the front rowers run. There we go again. 40 metres out, 41 metres. Why are the front rowers not getting on the back of this? And there we go, a penalty.
Nice force.
Foran takes a quick note. No, it was Hugerworth. Come back, mate. No quick taps for that. Leaning on the player. That seems to be the indication there by referee Nick Martin. As for
you can't do much more, Liam Foran. He's trying to inspire his side. Great kick there.
That's another great kick by Liam Foran. They're 30 metres out from the Scone line. 22-10, 17 on the clock. What will Aberdeen do now?
We've got Douglas out here on the wing for Aberdeen, struggling with an arm injury at the moment. Trainers have been having a chat with him. He's saying he's going to try and shake it out, see what happens. As
Huey Bartholomew takes it offload from Prince Campbell. And no, it was flopped on. Who was that? Johnny Johnson flops on Huey Bartholomew. That's another penalty. Aberdeen, what can they do here? Hugerworth. That's Cam Savage. That's how he run, Cam. And he makes it up to the 20 metre, past the 20 metre line, nearly at the 10 metre line. Dummy half Hugerworth looking for his options left and right. He comes to the left to Foran. Foran runs across field, gives it on to Marcus Marsh, who steps off his left, and he's tackled right around the legs there. Clean tackle by Gary McKean before he's wrapped up. Dummy half's Foran. He's going to jump. He finds Steve Hinchin. Steve Hinchin's taken to the ground, millimetres out from the try line. Foran dummy half spins it out to Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter's come back around the ruck. Here's Huey Bartholomew. Can he get over the try line? He's there, and he's got it down. Nick Martin has pointed to the spot. Huey Bartholomew has scored a try right there, and I can tell you right now, they're blowing up a treat down there at the moment, the Scone players, so it'll be interesting if I can get this in time to see what's being said down there. So, no, didn't get it in time. I was right there on the spot. I can't hear what he was trying to say there, but it was something about I was right there on the spot. He was right there. He had the best position to see whether that ball got down, but we now have a ball game on our hand with 15 minutes to go. 22 points to 14 with the kick to come right in front. Scone still in front on the A-plus contracting scoreboard. Yeah. How do you see it, boys?
Well, the amount of field possession that Aberdeen's had, they were due to score. Well, they should have. I think they've got to get back to basics now. Try not to overplay their hand. They've got to complete this set. This next set is the biggest set of the game.
Yeah,
they've got to get to a kick.
For sure, Josh. He knew he was sort of a bit hesitant to go through there. It's good to see him get it down, but they've got to complete. The discipline's got to be spot on this next 15 minutes. They should be really jumping out of their skin going into this back end of this second half. It's a great opportunity.
Well, it's taken Foran to spur them on, you know what I mean?
It doesn't.
It's I know, but he said throughout the year he can hear the referee in the background there. We'll see if anything's said leading up to the kickoff. But Hayden Bell moves in to kick the ball. He struck it, and it's over. 22 points to 16. We've got a ball game on our hands here at McKinnon Field. Scone currently leading the Aberdeen Tigers with 14 minutes to go. Pete Holland.
Look, 6 behind. They're in the game. What I like there in that set of 6 where instead of just running one out, they were spreading the ball, a couple of passes off the ruck, and little turn back inside and all, and caught Scone napping.
So we'll unplug the referee again as Jake Watts gets us back underway. It's gone straight down Newey Bartholomew's throat. Cam Savage has wound up. Now he's come over the 10-metre line. He's got Joel Harrison in front of him and John Johnson, but he's cleaned up there. Collison's second marker. As here comes Marcus Marsh. He's up to the 20-metre line. He's tackled centre of the field. There's 3 of them gone in there to shut him down and put him to the ground. Hoogerworth, dummy half, passes it off to Foran out to Travis Bateman. They're looking for Mr. Fix-It. There goes out to young Harry Douglas, who's wrestled to the ground by Ronan Haddon. Hoogerworth, dummy half. Foran has got no one to go there except for that man, Marcus Marsh, mixed to Fix-It. He's on his elbows and knees trying to get a quick play of the ball, but he's been pushed back down by Ritter. Dummy half, Hoogerworth scoots out. He's offloaded to Travis Bateman. Travis Bateman's palmed off Ronan Haddon. He's in the clear. He's got Hayden Bell out to the left, but he takes on Freddie Adams and he shrugged him off. He's up to the 30-metre line. Here we go. Huey Bartholomew has the ball. He's going for the try line. It is a try to Aberdeen. They are back in at the Tigers. Wow, what a play.
Second phase play once again.
And all come back from the work from Hoogerworth from the inside. He's been unreal all day. Just his mindset, just that work around the ruck, that's been a massive difference for Aberdeen today, and it'll come back from that.
They were loaded up on this short side. They were flat as anything, and Hoogs just took them on and created something out of nothing.
And who was out there talking amongst those blokes? Dave Manane, structuring things around. And who'd they give it to? Mr. Fix-It. Travis Bateman created that.
I thought he'd blown it when he didn't give the ball out wide, but no, did well to shake him off and flying through, Aberdeen following through and taking the points.
It's a hard man to tackle Travis Bateman.
Oh, look, I can tell you right now, Pete, that Ronan Haddon is a fast kid. You would not be trying to pass it out to Harry Douglas because he would have intercepted that ball.
Just before that play, Steve, Douglas had come off with that arm injury. He's given up on that after the last time he touched the ball, and he's been replaced.
And just remember, boys, in the first half as well, that kick from Aberdeen, they actually struck the upright as well. That could come back and be massive in this game.
And here we go, Hayden Bell. Well, you have to turn your microphone on to say it.
I'd like to be in that Scone huddle right now. Daniel
Oh!
No.
Talk about... he's missed the kick for goal for the people at home. He's missed the kick from nearly in front of the uprights. 22-20. Aberdeen are now behind. The heads have gone down a little bit here for Aberdeen, but they need to find that positive.
Still a long way to go.
Yeah, 11 minutes 40 on the clock. As it's gone straight down the throat of Huey Bartholomew again. Marcus Marsh with the ball. He puts his head down and winds up and takes it straight into Daniel Ritter. And Nick Watson there with John Johnson. They're nearly at the 20-metre line. Hoogerworth gives it to Cam Savage. He's wound up now. He's found his second wind. He's up to... Sorry, mate?
I was going to say, he's been very good since he came back on.
25 metres out, Hoogerworth. Off to Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish Wolfgang, they're now making metre, Aberdeen. They're having fun. They're over the 30-metre line. The Scone defence is still solid as anything. They're moving up in numbers. As there we go. Liam Forum takes another front rower hit up. Got number 9, Hoogerworth in dummy half. Hoogerworth scoots out from dummy half. He makes it up to into their field of play anyway. He's 45 metres out from the Scone try line. Last tackle. They're appealing for the penalty. Hoogerworth off to Dylan Porter. Dylan Porter chips it over the top. How will this bounce? It's bounced in favour of Aberdeen. Dylan Porter. It's a knock on. What have we got here? Tim Smith's run down the sideline and he's going down there. Where's the video referee on this one? Unbelievable. Tim Smith scores a try for a full length of the field. I'm going to have to put the microphone in for this because Tim Smith knocked it, even though he was facing the opposition try line. He tried to drag it back to him, but it's bounced forward. I can't see that that's a try, boys. I can't, honestly.
Look, from ground level here, it did look a little bit dubious, but the call was made. Aberdeen didn't play to the whistle. They all came to a stop thinking, yep, that's going to be called a knock-on. But
well, it was a dead set knock-on. I don't know what Nick's thinking. He'll have to look back at it.
That's an hour.
Yeah, well, there we go. We heard a little bit there. Like that's frustration by Hoogerworth, and without a doubt, I think they'll look back at that. That's a game changer. That's 9 minutes left on the clock. 26 points to 20 now with a kick to come to Scone. Well, I don't think I'd be sending you Pete Holland near the Aberdeen bench now either. So that's both benches barred from.
Mate, I'm standing as far away from both as I can at the moment. But look, that bad call by the referee, but you've got to play to the whistle.
You've got to play to the whistle. That's a game changer right there. That was a knock on.
And that's the beauty about rugby league as well. You know, they bounced that ball. That could have went either way. You know, Aberdeen could have regathered and scored there, and it's gone the other way. Instead of being up, now they're down by 8.
8 points. 8 points. With 9 minutes left on the clock on the A+ contracting scoreboard. Well, I'd be frustrated. I'd be fuming. I'm not too sure. You'd like to see it again? I'll tell you what. I'll get it. I'll edit it and slow it down for you, mate.
Right, mate.
That's a game changer. They're the ones that frustrate me when you want to see a close clash.
Yeah.
But like he said, six eyes are better than 2, as Jesse Rudder told us. And I don't think he's received much assistance there, Nick Martin. It's a short kickoff. It's gone to Aberdeen, and it's caught by Jake Watts there at halfback, 35 metres out from their own try line. Clydesdale off to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams makes it to the 40-metre line before he's taken down. All Aberdeen need to do is just play simple football now and not give away a penalty or do anything silly. As Jake Collison takes the ball, and he's met by a solid shot there over the top. I think that might be Richie Graham. Hoogerworth it was, and he's Ritter up to the halfway line before he's taken down. Oh. Here we go. We'll put this one back in.
I'm a bit out of the loop of the rules, but I know in the NRL they're very heavy on attacking the legs from behind.
Yeah, but he didn't necessarily attack the legs. And
That was a body shot.
Yeah. No, I think Aberdeen get the rub of the green here.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that? What was that call? Sorry, Josh, I missed it.
Said it was dangerous contact, but saying that though, I didn't think much dangerous in. I think it was just a good shot.
I've seen a lot worse here this afternoon.
7 minutes 40 left on the clock. 28 points to 20. Scone leading Aberdeen Tigers. Here we go. Game on. Isaac Austin takes it to the 10 metres out from the try line. Cam Savage has gone high.
See what? It's going to be close to someone in the bin.
Hang on, let's get this. We've got to get it in time.
Okay, that's for a high tackle. I need to go back. I need to settle down. Off you go. Who? Stay here. Okay. We just need to keep our discipline here. Let's keep our heads, keep a lid on it.
There we go. I thought someone was going to the bin then. As here we go. Clydesdale takes a tap and he passes it to Jakey Collison going flat out towards the uprights, and he's brought down 5 metres out. Clydesdale dummy half. They've got numbers out here, Scone. If they spin the ball, Freddie Adams doesn't get the ball. He gets it thrown behind him before he's cleaned up there by Hayden Bell. As here we go. Foreign's blowing up a little bit, but we're back to the game with JJ Apthorpe taking the ball to 10 metres out centre field. JJ, bit of class there. Let Cameron Savage keep the ball, but the referee said no, give him back to into play. Isaac Austin for the try line, but he's been belted by Prince Campbell and Marcus Marsh over the top. Here goes Clydesdale. Clydesdale passes it back under Ritter. Ritter goes to the try line. Can't quite get there. They're millimetres out. Clydesdale dummy half. He gets the ball. He punches it through. It's dived on. Dived on by Marcus Marsh, and he said in the field of play. He's been collected by Isaac Austin over the top. He plays the ball. Huey Bartholomew, his dummy half. He comes out and offloads it to Cam Savage, who's brought it 5 metres before the wall of defence. Drives him back, and they're back where they started. Millimetres out from their own try line, Aberdeen at the moment, trying to get out of trouble. Hoogerworth off to Hamish Wolfgang. Hamish Wolfgang takes it forward. He's shrugged off one. He's up to the 10-metre line. Don't be surprised if you see four in here try and take a front row hit up. As that ball's gone to Dave Manone, but it's bounced first before he takes it towards Nick Watson, and Nick Watson's wrestling him. Can't get him to the ground, but he's picked up around the legs there by Jakey Collison, but he's still on his feet and plays the ball. Ugerworth off to 4-4 and goes flat out hard, trying to do everything he can at the moment. He's at the 20-metre line. It's the last tackle. They've made 5 tackles and they've made 20 metres. He's Porter puts it straight in the air, straight down Freddie Adams' throat at the halfway line. Freddie Adams brings it back. He's running across field. He's looking for numbers. He's come behind. I was going to say he's come behind JJ Apthorpe there, but he's cleaned up by Hovey. Hovey needs to keep his composure here. He gave a little bit of an elbow to the head to...
Yeah, he just went back on too.
He just gave an elbow to the head to Josh Adams. So here we go. Number 5, Haddon's on the ground. He's playing the ball. Back to JJ Apthorpe. Here we go. It's Josh Johnson with the ball. He's over the 30-metre line. He's now in the 20-metre zone. As they play the ball, here he goes out to Jake Watts. Jake Watts steps and takes it down. 20 metres out. 4 minutes 58 on the clock. 28-20. Scone in the lead. Aberdeen, they've just shut down Isaac Austin. He's nearly 10 metres out. Clydesdale, short side, goes to Freddie Adams. Freddie Adams out to the... I can't see who that is. Is that Joel Harrison? Joel Harrison betters the position and brings it around towards the uprights. And that will be the ball game. There's no coming back from that now for Scone. But I have to go back to that play, that knock on that Nick Martin has called as play on, where the Scone players have stopped and Tim Smith runs the length of the field. That's the game changer there. But, murder she wrote, that's what she wrote.
Yeah, she did. There's no excuse for missed tackles.
No.
Last tackle, and once again, the urgency from the blokes at the back there on the Aberdeen side was poor.
Look, if you're going to beat Scone, you've got to play for 80 minutes. Simple as that. You can't play for periods at a time. You can't switch off. Also those little 1%ers, drop balls and... Mate, the push and shove in the ruck all the time.
That's just poor. That's just poor discipline.
That's about the 5th time he's done it today. I don't think Hughes is happy about it. He's noticed it as well. They've really got to fix that if they're ever going to get close to Scone towards the back end of this season. But at the same time, though, they've done some really good things today, Aberdeen. They've done some things which they show that if they do play 8 minutes of footy, they can stick it to Scone. But they've got to look, they can work on that.
5 for the penalty count too, just to let you know, in favour of the Tigers for this second half.
There you go.
Look, what we've seen in both halves is just probably a 10 or 15-minute period where Aberdeen have just not seemed to be up to scratch, up to speed with Scone. And like you're saying, you've got to play for the whole 80 minutes against this team. They're just too well drilled. But signs aren't all that bad for Aberdeen. They've really stuck it to them most of the game.
I've watched Aberdeen play a couple of times this year now, and they've got a lot of class around their side to really, as we've seen here this afternoon, really compete with the top sides. But the discipline's the big area they need to improve.
Well, without a doubt, boys, and that ruck, they can't be getting up and the same bloke pushing and looking eye contact with the bloke playing the ball and letting Clydesdale jump from dummy half.
I've heard a lot in the last 2 months about how hard done by they've been in the penalty count. Well, maybe you have to look at what you're doing in your own backyard a bit. 5-4 penalty count in the second half in favour.
Yep.
I know that call was dubious, but with a 5-4 penalty count,
dubious.
More points.
I'll gladly get down on my knees and kiss his feet if I'm wrong, but Nick Martin, I think that he's... the short kick-off, it's gone towards Aberdeen. They've gathered it back. I think that's Jesse McLean, is it, on that wing with the ball? Freddie Adams trying to wrestle him. It is Jesse McLean. Dylan Porter passes it out to Richie Graham. Richie Graham puts his head down and tries to go and burrow through. 32-20, 2 minutes 13 on the clock. They won't die trying, Aberdeen, and Scone's defence is just, as it has been all year, impeccable. They've had a few rough bounces of the ball that we said would come one game, and if it was any game, Aberdeen had the opportunity this game to capitalise on it, but they just have been flat. As Marcus Marsh in the centre of the field plays it 30 metres out back to Hugworth, offloads to 4 and wraps around. Now it's with Yui Bartholomew. Yui Bartholomew has JJ Apthorpe trusting him towards the sideline, but Dave Monane's chimed in to keep him in the field of play. That was very close. Last tackle. Hayden Bell at dummy half. Off to Foran. Foran tips it over the top. Oh, it's been touched and it's play on. It's JJ Apthorpe or Daniel Ritter. Who's that? I can't see through the fogged glass here at the moment. I shouldn't be able to get them two mixed up. Plays the ball back. Here's Nick Watson. Nick Watson takes a run and he's now 30 metres out now. No, he's been one-on-one stripped. Marcus Marsh has the ball. He's now up into the 20-30 metre zone for Aberdeen, heading towards the highway. Foran's at dummy half, jumps out, cuts it out to Dylan Porter, cuts it out to Prince Campbell. He's drifted across. He's picked up Hamish Wolfgang. He's lost his feet. And someone shot him from the crowd. You're right there. Here we go, Jesse McLean tries to bring it across field and straighten up, but you're not going to go through Adam Clydesdale like that. Dylan Porter passes out to Foran and back inside to... I can't see. The screen's gone off too, which doesn't help. Prince Campbell, is it? No, it's Cam Savage. Foran, tip over the top. No one knows about it except for that man there, Hayden Bell, or is it Daniel Hugerworth? Daniel Hugerworth. And it's a try to the Tigers with 30 seconds to go. That'll take the score to 32 points to 24 with a kick to come. And I guess we go back to that try that we'll hear a lot about, no doubt, through this coming week. Wow.
That's what it will come down to, is that decision by the referee to call it a knockback and let play go on. But finally, someone followed through a kick that had been put through. If they'd done that a couple other times through the game, could have been a totally different result.
Do you think that one play has hampered everything Aberdeen could have done today?
No. But they had momentum at the time.
Yeah.
And they stopped still. Like, they've got to play to the referee. Yes.
As I mean, like, one call, I couldn't say that's cost Aberdeen. Like, I know it was a momentum swing, yes.
Yep.
But, geez, had some opportunities this afternoon.
We would have been looking at like a draw. Best case.
Draw,
yeah. So, like, 32 points to 24. 26, sorry. 32-26. They haven't updated the scoreboard on the A-plus contracting scoreboard, boys. It was a hard match as we expected, but Aberdeen just didn't capitalise. They were flat.
They've got to play 80 minutes of footy if they're going to beat Scone. It's simple as that. We spoke about it all day, and I'm sick of hearing myself say it. It all comes down to discipline. But drop balls, push on the footy. Liam Foran just tried his butt off today, absolutely tried, and the forward just didn't follow up behind it. Saying that, though, there was a lot of positives to take from it as well. If they do fix that, like I said before, and towards the back end of the season, they're really going to stick it to Scone. But they really need to work on those little fundamentals.
You got Mick Radford down there with you, mate?
Yeah, we've got Mick down here. Mate, you went off after the first half with a bit of an ankle injury. How's things there?
Yeah, mate, my ankle, I got caught down here on the sideline when I took a run and come down on it at Auckland, and the boys landed on it. So I don't know what I've done to it. Got a bit of swelling around the ankle, so I'm going to go get him checked up. Didn't see what's happening. Hopefully nothing too bad, mate.
Mick, you've had an absolute sensational season, and I've called it a bit too early. I thought you were leaving a couple of weeks ago to head overseas, but you're not here for the semi-finals. Is there any chance that you can rebook that plane ticket?
Oh, mate, they've been asked, so no, but that won't be happening, mate. I'll be kicked out of the house, I reckon. The missus won't let me, so...
Happy spouse, happy house, mate.
Yeah, mate, so yeah, I've got a couple of weeks left. I think I've got up until the finals until I take off, so I've pushed it back as far as I can, but I'm taking off just before the finals, which is unfortunate, but yeah, the boys should carry on strong, I think, and finish off the season well.
You've had a sensational season. I'll let Marcus have a...
It's one of your scrappier performances at Scone this afternoon, Mick. What was said at half-time?
Yeah, the word at half-time was just let's get our composure together. We had the wind behind us in the second half, but we weren't going to use that. Obviously, have that use, so the boys just had to compose a little bit and use the ball and beat them through the middle. That's what we normally play football and do. So, so the boys, they went for good, but we've got more room for improvement, so...
mate, fantastic effort. And go and celebrate with the boys. Of course, the Johnny Lawler Shield being presented today to the winning team. Thank you for your efforts this year through Group 21. And, mate, there's always a spot for you on the couch, too, if you want to come and join us.
Beauty. Thanks, lads. Appreciate it. Have a good one, eh?
Yep. I might get you just to see if you have an opportunity to get Dan Hugerworth, Pete, while you're down there.
Yeah, mate.
I just wouldn't mind having a chat to him about... He's sitting down there on the ground at the moment. They're doing the presentation. Oh, Foz is blown, mate. I'll have a chat to him later, but Dan Hugerworth, I just want to have a chat to him just to see about that pass and what happened out there. He'll always take the headphones and microphone off. He loves a chat. Dan Hugerworth, here he is. He's getting the headset. We just want to know, I guess, just from his perspective, what he saw out there, because for me it was a knock-on, but I know you've got him down there, Pete.
Dan, a little bit of ill discipline there probably cost you in the end, but the decision by the referee with the knock-on, well, we thought it was a knock-on, but he called it knock-back, but you guys didn't seem to play to the whistle. How'd you see it?
Yeah, no, like, one of them things in the game of footy can go either way, and didn't come our way. We'll cop that on the chin. They were the better side today, and they deserve the shield today, so congratulations to them.
They do. Look, they played pretty much, it was the sluggish side of things that we've seen Scone play this year, mate. I think you'd agree. But that decision down there, you were in the moment. It appeared to come off Tim Smith's hand and bounce forward, even though he dragged it back a bit. Is that what you guys saw and thought?
That's what I saw, mate. There was a lot of things that probably could have went both ways, but yeah, I thought it was a knock-on, but Nick was obviously in a better position than what I was, so we'll take his word for it.
Mate, it's on the scoreboard now. We can't argue with him. It's 32-26. A bit of a gutsy effort, but I think for you, the forwards sort of let you down a little bit. Foran tried to get them going, but they only were going forward in patches. You would have seen that from dummy half.
Yeah, it was. It's tough when you ask blokes like Marcus Marsh and Stephen Hinchin and Tyler and that to play the majority of the game. You can't expect to get the same out of a minute 1 as what you do minute 80. But credit to our boys. We went with a top class pack today, and it just shows that we can match it with them.
How did you go first game back from injury, mate?
Yeah, I got through all right. I'm a bit sore, so I'll be struggling at work tomorrow. Not that I have to do much, but I'm not too bad now. Go and have a beer, I think.
Well, mate, thanks very much for your time, and thanks for your time on the couch. I'm glad you pulled through okay, but we're going to go back and have a look at that video footage because there's been a bit of a debate up here in the commentary box about that decision. So
my vote's knock on, so
we heard it. We heard what you had to say to the referee after that try.
Did you hear me? Did you?
Yeah.
Loud. Sorry about that.
We apologise to the listeners at home. Don't worry, mate.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all good. Well, boys, I've got to say to you, who did your player of the match go to in this game?
Oh, a bit of a tough one. Do you know what? I'm going to pick a bloke from the losing side. I'm going to pick Foran as my player of the match. I think everything he done, he led forward. His kicking game was on point. We just didn't have the kick chase behind him. And he tried everything he possibly could to get the most out of these boys today. Saying that though, Scone, I think they were very good across the whole squad, and that's one of the things that makes them such a good team is that there's no individual standouts.
Mm-hmm.
They're all there to do their job, and they do their job each and every week. And they were just strong across the board. With Aberdeen, what may be, I suppose, go back to the drawing board and work on a few things, whether it's discipline and completing those fifth tackle options, and like I said, if they fix those towards the back of the season, they'd be much better for it.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with everything Josh said just there, mate. I think Liam Foran was probably the standout there this afternoon. This game were very even across the board, and they all did their job, and a couple of those guys stood up the end. And, yeah, they were great this afternoon.
Look, I'm going to go with someone from the winning side, but I thought Isaac Austin today. He doesn't get a lot of mentions in those big name in that big name side, but for me, he really was a difference with the one-on-one strips and his defence and going forward. But we'll go back and have a look at that decision. It didn't change the game. Or changed the game at the time, but Scone...
I think personally today was the day if Scone were going to get beaten.
Yep.
It was the day that they were there for the picking. That they were a bit lethargic to start with. The line speed wasn't there that they've had over the first 10 rounds, I should say. And they were ill-disciplined, which is not an Aaron Watts coach side, and I'm sure they'll be addressing that during the week.
Pete?
Look, guy I look forward to, seeing more of, and he made his first grade debut today. He only made one mistake that I can remember throughout the game, the big number 12 for Scone. Looked really good, some good damaging runs. He's got a good offload with numbers around him, so good future for that young kid. Yeah,
no, Tom Pickersgill, yes, most certainly. Thanks for your time on the sideline, Pete. We've thoroughly enjoyed it, and the people at home, no doubt.
I hope you guys didn't sweat too much up there with the heater.
Hey, don't say it too loud. We don't want people down there knowing we'll have the Aberdeen bench up here. But, look, we've needed that up here in this box, but it has helped things, let me tell you. But 84 points to 0 down there. Final score, Singleton beat Denman in that match. Denman decimated with players at the moment, a lot of players out. Decisions mid-season to go on snow trips and the likes. Those are things that we can't change, but it just comes down to that word commitment, which I hope that we can get entrenched back in the clubs.
Oh, for sure. And I think the Singleton side, they'll build. They got some numbers to come back yet too. So I wouldn't write the back end of the year. I'm sure Singleton, they've been through a tough start, come under a lot of criticism, but I wouldn't write them off this year.
Yeah, no, and well done to Benko and Bailey Ellis down there too, covering that game. We will have all the games up live on YouTube early this week. From us here at Aberdeen McKinnon Field, that's it. 32-26 was the final score on the A+ Contracting scoreboard. Pete, thank you for the sideline eye. Appreciate it.
Mate, no drama at all.
We'll see when you get back up here. Joshy Day and Mark Spower, mate, thank you very much. It's been a great pleasure to have you guys in the box today.
Thanks, mate. It was a great afternoon.
Yeah, it was good, mate. Thank you.
And enjoy your shirts too. We'll get them up online. And we need you on the couch, Bauer. We need him back, don't we? He's got to do one couch again. At least.
Eye candy on the couch.
I think we've got to get him there this week. And if something's happening with the Rams, we need to get it out of him.
Yes. It'll come in due course, Stephen, about the Rams, mate. You don't need to push me.
Oh, no, I'm not going to push you, but we might have you on the couch this week. But anyway, until Thursday night on the couch. We'll see you from the Footy Fever team, and thanks for listening in, and farewell.